Hey everyone, and welcome to my first video on this channel. I'd like to apologize for the somewhat informal way I'm doing this one, but I don't really have a good setup at the moment. We are currently living in a new construction home, and just not really anywhere good inside to do any recording, so we're going to be recording on this nice, freezing Northeast Ohio day. So, as the title already made it clear about, this is the RVM-14, so I'm going to be talking about. And I think it is honestly one of the best buys in night vision right now as far as housings go, especially if you have just a monocular, or maybe you want duals, but you want to be able to split them up and share them with someone. I know people say all the time, oh, well, everyone says that, but like, who actually does it? Well, I actually do. My wife and I will go on night walks with the dog, and we will use these. So I try to get some pictures in the snow. That's why they're a bit damp. So it's not anything to do with the coating, it's just moisture. So I'm just going to dive right into the pros and cons, and I don't feel like there's any cons, to be honest, or any serious ones. Definitely things that I guess you could nitpick if you really want to get down into it. But first I'm going to look at this just from a monocular point of view. So let me take this off of the bridge. So this monocular is an alternative to a PVS-14 housing. I think as far as price and features go, it is the best buy on the market right now. It takes PVS-14 optics. It has a very small footprint. I mean, lengthwise, the housing is about the same. It's the same as a PVS-14. Just the overall footprint, though, if you're going around the device, it seems to be much more compact and significantly lighter. I want to say, if I remember right, I think it's about 15% lighter. If you do the math, I know you can get the full weight of just the monocular. I forget what it is. I want to say it's around 300 grams, but I could be wrong. But I know the weight, or whatever that is in ounces, roughly. But I know the weight with the bridge in the monocular, with the binocular setup, with mil-spec glass and batteries in, is about 22 ounces and some change, which is heavy, but it's not that bad. It's significantly lighter than bridged PVS-14s. And they are extremely durable. These housings are all aluminum. You can use a standard J-arm mount using, I think these are 1/4-20 threads. But they also have a dovetail here, which is used to mount to the proprietary bridge system here. They have an IR illuminator, which is extremely bright. I mean, it is far brighter than a standard PVS-14 housing. And then it's actuated via this button right here. It's got a little click button. And that is how you turn on the illuminator. So you might be thinking, okay, well, if that's how you turn on the illuminator, then, why wouldn't you just have a switch that turns on just like any other standard night vision device? They have a third spot on the power knob. Well, there's a reason for that, and that is that these have manual gain, or at least they are compatible with manual gain. My tubes do not have manual gain. They are just 10-160s. But that being said, if you have manual gain, when you turn this on, you'll get that click that turns on the device, but then you can continue to turn the knob like a dial. So how that works is it starts off, when you first turn it on, it's at the highest gain setting. So if you have manual gain tubes, you would just continue to turn it to dial it down. And I think that's an awesome feature. And for it to be lighter than a PVS-14 housing, have manual gain, have an extremely bright IR illuminator, which is extremely popular among AB night vision products. They love to put bright illuminators on their products, it seems. I apologize for the dog playing with this toy. But yes, AB night vision is known for making some of the most reliable, sturdy night vision housings out there. I definitely am a big fan of them, especially after having used these. They use CR123 batteries. I guess some people might not like that. It is what it is. I mean, I don't mind it, and these things get good battery life. I want to say that they're supposed to get around 60 or 70 hours per battery. which is pretty solid if you ask me. But my opinion doesn't mean much of anything. Now I'm going to bridge these together and show you guys how the setup works. So the dovetail literally just slides into the bridge here. And you'll see this little pinhole here. And this knob has a small kind of goes down, not really to a point, but it's like turned down to a smaller length on the end. And so it sits into that once you thread it in. And it's a very, very sturdy connection. Hold on. It's kind of tough to do it from this angle. There you go. So I can assure you these things are going nowhere right now. So this is an all aluminum product right here. Basically, you have an aluminum bridge, have aluminum housings, and the articulation is good. You know, they can go pretty far as you'll get any other housing to go, that's for sure. Now, I will say I did have some issues. I wouldn't really call it an issue, but I had to keep tightening these up for probably the first handful of times that I wore this. If I moved them a little, if I was messing with them some, they would kind of get loose. They've been tight ever since, though, and I've worn them many times since. But to tighten them up a bit, it's really easy. You just have these 2 screws here. You can see it from the back side there. But I just take, a coin, something kind of big so it doesn't tear up, mar up the aluminum too much, and just twist it, tighten them up. They can be too tight, to the point where they don't move very easily. I don't like that. So, you kind of have to have a good middle ground. But after a couple cycles of tightening them, they've stayed where they are, which is cool. So I like the articulating feature. I'm not sure if it's something that I, just given my situation, use all that much. I've been debating going to a fixed bridge, maybe like an RNVG or maybe an RPNVG, which I know some people are big critics of, but the panding feature is kind of cool. I will say the articulation, being able to stow them closer to your head, keep them flatter, is very nice. So I'm going to mount them into my helmet here. So, sorry to the HHV haters, but I have a Neurotos AKA2 mount here. Solid mount. I really like it. I like that it gives me the ability to stow kind of like in a half position or up. Also, I just kind of like Neurotos mounts to begin with. But, I love the look, being able to articulate them up. When they're all the way up on this mount, they're very flat to the head. Sorry, let me get a better angle there. So they're very flat to the helmet when they're articulated up, or I guess down from this angle, but you know what I mean. So I really like that. It's kind of got a cool look. And it is a great feature to have. For my particular scenario, I don't really know if articulation is necessary, but it is nice, and I am tall enough that with the right mount, this being one of them, and a fixed bridge, I'm pretty close to knocking my goggles into door frames. But overall, these are a great option. I really like these housings. I think they're very sturdy, very durable. They have a lot of features. I certainly think they have better features than a Tonto. I mean, they have more, and they cost less than a Tonto. Now, obviously, you can get the Daisho, if that's how you say it, the bridge for Tontos. This doesn't have anything like that, but I really don't know how you can go wrong with this, especially given the fact that it is significantly cheaper than a Tonto setup. If you do buy these housings, they do come with locking rings already on them. These locking rings have 3 set screw holes, so they're set screws all the way around. So once I got my infinity set, I just snugged those down a little bit, and I put the tubes in myself. I'm not a professional builder, but it works just fine for me. And I really find these to be very sturdy, definitely better than a 14. And like I said, I think all in all, they're probably the best monocular housing on the market. I have no experience with some of the newer options. I've never owned a Tonto. I've never owned, what are they called? The Night Fighters or the Light Fighters, the NV Plus 14. I think that's something like that. I know they're supposed to be one of the latest ones in the market. No experience with those, just these PVS 14 housings, and then ITT 6010s, as well as Envis M703E housings. I even tried out a GT14 housing with its very crappy proprietary glass. So I have some experience with different monoculars, but just based on what I've seen and what I know the Tonto offers, I don't see how this is going to be beat out by the Tonto, unless you really just want that powered bridge of the Tonto, which is cool. But to get all aluminum construction, be about 15% lighter than 14s, be able to get a proprietary bridge that also allows the devices to be mounted in the same orientation, which is probably my favorite part about that bridge, is that you know where everything's at. Everything is, well, I shouldn't really say symmetrical, because if it was symmetrical, you know, switch would be out here. But you know where everything is, and I really just love the brightness of the illuminator. The whole look is just cool. You can get these in FDE, or you can get them in like a, well, this finish. It's black. It's almost gray because it's so flat. But definitely a really cool look. And I am looking forward to using these some more. I may actually end up getting rid of them, though, just because I picked up another tube. And I don't really need to have a device that I can split up and share unless I end up selling that tube. So I just want to turn the camera around and talk to you guys really quick. Like I said, I would like to do maybe a more formal, cool video. Just don't really have much of a setup to do it right now. That being said, I just want to go over this channel. Like I said, this is my first video. The name Rusty Canteen, I don't know, just came up with something that was arbitrary, but kind of had a cool sound vibe to it. But mostly what the channel is going to be about right now is me posting night vision stuff, because don't really have a good setup to shoot around here right now. Come spring, I'm going to work on that on a property and getting something set up. I've got too much going on inside the house, because it's my job to finish the inside of this house, since I'm the general contractor on this whole build. So, yeah, got a lot going on. But I had a lot of time to, not really a lot of time, but I have enough time to do some night vision stuff. And I know night vision is really getting huge right now in the civilian market. So I plan on doing some more videos, night vision related here soon. I'm actually going to be going to a night shoot next weekend on the 18th in Garrettsville, Ohio. They're going to be doing a night shoot there, put on by Coyote Concepts. So as of right now, I'm planning on wearing these RVMs there, unless I end up swapping them into my Eternus housing before then. But that will probably be the next video that I do, is of the Eternus housing. So that's it for now. Once we maybe get some better weather, or really just if I can get, you know, a decent setup, I would like to start doing some firearm content. But for now, this is what I got. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, do you want to see some more night vision related stuff, and then maybe some firearm stuff here in the future, go ahead and click that subscribe button. We'll try to post somewhat regularly, but I got a lot going on. So that's it for now. Thanks, guys, and I will see you later.